No, echo hello.
That doesn't sound useful, Brent.
Just try it.
I did. I know what it does. It's not HFS or UFS. So,
Well, that's stupid.
so now we have that loaded in there. Restore, and it failed again. What is up, guys? I am back. How are you guys doing today? Really? That's great. Well, it sounds like you're doing better than I am. So I'm actually here today with Brainiac Brent here. Say hello to the nice people.
Hi.
Except that guy. That other guy watching over there, he's not nice. So, yeah, we're dealing with kind of a weird issue right now. My Windows system just spontaneously stopped working, and the culprit is this weird boot loop. That's what I'm thinking it is. And we gotta fix that.
It's not really a culprit. Like, the boot loop isn't actually a problem. Kind of like how, like, a red ass isn't the culprit, it's the hand.
The hand that spanked the ass?
Yeah.
Where did you hear that from?
I'm just trying to think of an illusion in my head.
You just made an analogy up. Can't believe it.
Humans are allowed to do that, you know?
No, they're not. Okay, so while he tries to figure out what the hell he was just talking about, I'm going to show you
Okay, look, hey, the boot loop isn't the culprit. It isn't the actual problem.
Okay,
it's the result of the problem.
Okay, so the symptom is the boot loop, and the culprit is unknown as of now. Right, well, we just heard the awesome bong sound, and if this doesn't work, I could go for a different type of bong. And what we've got going on is we got Windows and Mac OS. Now, honestly, both of these really don't work much anymore. Ever since High Sierra came out, the Mac has been kind of a pile of junk on this computer. And, you know, the Windows 10 anniversary, no, not the anniversary update, excuse me, the Fall Creators Update, that actually installed just fine. The system was working fine after that. So I don't think that update is the culprit. Something else is going on. But here, let me demonstrate what's happening. So I selected Windows, and little blinky cursor. You get the Windows logo, the little spinny thing at the bottom there. Okay, goes black. Now it comes back up, and watch this, restarting. So it is caught in some kind of boot loop, we just don't know what's causing the problem. So we're gonna try to diagnose this shit and figure out what's up. So let it reboot here. And I'm gonna set the startup disk to be the Windows drive, or the Windows partition, so I don't have to keep going to the boot picker. All right, there we go. All right, so first things first. Now, Brainiac Brent here is actually a A+ cert, so he knows the shit way better than I do. So, what do you think is our first course of action?
I know you were having problems with this in the past, but really, we need to... The simplest thing right now is to get to that advanced boot options menu. Generally speaking, this is done by mashing F8 on boot.
All right, I'm mashing F8. I just heard the bong sound.
Or hold it.
Okay, I'll just hold F8. Now, would it be function F8 on this computer, or would it just be F8? Because it is a laptop keyboard, and, you know, Apple has their, like, special function keys on it. So, we could try both.
Either or.
Yeah. Okay, well, now the Windows logo is stuck without a loading indicator.
It might be trying to load advanced or boot repair.
Okay, should I still keep holding the button?
Yes.
Okay, I'm holding it as long as I can. I did try this a couple times before I started this tech video log, and it didn't do jack shit. So
yeah, I don't know that we're gonna have luck now either. But
well, it's not. Yeah,
try.
It's not like the advanced boot options or whatever failed. Like the menu won't even load, and my finger's starting to turn purple, and I'm losing all blood circulation in the capillaries. So I'm probably gonna have to let go.
Oh, don't worry, you're gonna have 9 more.
Oh, gee! Oh, that makes me feel so good. All right, I'm letting go.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's trying to do now.
Yeah, now it's just like hung like a whore. Anyway, we're gonna come back. Well, it's been about 2 minutes. Still nothing, but the fans are like kicking up and it's starting to get roasty. Like, I can cook my hand on here. It's not really that hot yet.
Roasty toasty.
Roasty toasty. So what, just strangle it, hold down the power button?
You're gonna has it still not done anything?
It's done jack schnikes.
Yeah, it sounds like it's stuck. I don't know with what, though.
So let's boot it up again. Let's try F8 without the function key.
Yeah.
So This is the kind of crap I have to put up with. Like, I literally did nothing different to the system, and just all of a sudden it stops working. So I'm wondering, this is just my theory. So this is my hypothetical culprit. I wonder if it's some of my virtualization software that's screwed up. Here's why. So normally I'm able to use Parallels Desktop or VMware Fusion to sync with my boot camp drive, but spontaneously that stopped working when I updated High Sierra. I did some research, and it turns out I'm still able to do that with Parallels Desktop. I just had to disable SIP. Even when I did that, it didn't work. So I installed the new version of Parallels as a trial to see if it would work. That didn't work either. So somewhere in that testing process for my virtual machines, something must have broken, where it wasn't just the software that was unable to connect to the Windows partition. I think the Windows partition as a whole is damaged. All right, so that's the suspect. Is the virtualization software. And Brent, we pressed F8, and we are now stuck at a frozen Windows screen with no spinny thing. But the fans are picking up again. This is now even worse than before, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder if it's actually loading that menu, but failing to display it on your computer for some reason.
Just button mashing everything, and no.
Well, button mashing everything ain't gonna do jack. So it actually says the text restarting on the screen.
Yeah, it does.
So it's able to get to the Windows login, but then some piece of software is holding it back.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yes, it is. Do you have a copy of Windows 10 installation media?
I'd have to dig around, but it definitely wouldn't be the FCU. It would be older.
Well, I'm going to need to get you an ISO then.
Okay, so we're going to try that. I do have like an external drive I can put the installer on, though, so we can, run off of that. It would be faster than burning to a DVD. All right, so brief us here quick. Are we going to use that to try to fix the system without doing like a reformat or anything? Because that's like a last resort.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. That's what I wanted to hear. Oh, nice hair whip. I love that. Let's get an instant replay. All right, so here is our amazingly efficient idea. In fact, this is probably so efficient it'll blow your frickin' mind. Explain.
So right now, in order to download an ISO for Windows 10, you can't just download the ISO file directly from Microsoft. You have to get their media creation tool in order to do that. And that media creation tool only runs on Windows, which Ken right now cannot boot into.
Yes.
So I, owning a functioning copy of Windows, am downloading the ISO, which I will then upload to OneDrive or to Skype for Ken to then download.
Exactly. So, as you can tell, incredibly efficient and useful for the environment, but, it's the only option right now. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to throw that onto a partition on here. While that is going on, we're going to get this thing formatted and, get the table ready, because we're having guests over. Not that kind of table, you asshole, the partition table. So, here's the SSD that the lovely Draga 1 helped me upgrade that one day. That was a fine event. What we're going to do is put the installer on here. So we need to open up our good friend Disk Utility. Nothing can absolutely go wrong in here. Operation successful. Huh, those are two words I don't hear often.
I want to say 5 to 7 minutes now, and we're at 8%.
Well, that's almost 8/100ths of the way there. All right, so here we are, 2 hours later? We successfully...
Probably 3.
3 hours later, yeah. And during that time, I actually cut myself doing something rather safe and mundane. I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you what it is, but if you stick around, I might tell you what happened, but yeah.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. I don't know. I feel pretty dumb with how I got that cut. But anyway, speaking of cuts, we cut out all the boring stuff for you. We could have made you watch this whole download, but we didn't. So let's get this imaged to the partition now. And I think Disk Utility still has the ability to do that. If it doesn't, we'll try a third-party solution. Oh, it just does it? Okay. No, I was gonna say I don't think it's gonna be able to do it because it's not HFS or UFS. So,
well, that's stupid.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that would happen.
Well, then make it HFS Plus or some shit, and then.
No, well, I don't know if that Windows wouldn't be able to read that though. Right. So what we might have to do is some kind of conversion ahead of time using the terminal. So I have some helpful shit over here. So let's see. Open terminal. Navigate to the folder containing the ISO image. Okay, so that's easy. Let's do CD. I don't know why the terminal flicks different colors like that. Is that like supposed to happen or is that a glitch? With High Sierra, I really don't know. Everything seems to be a glitch or a feature. Okay, we're going to try that and see what it does. Okay, it's actually doing a conversion right now. This is progress. We actually have like a progress bar showing up. Oh boy. So now we have that loaded in there. Restore, and it failed again. Oh, for crying out loud. I really don't want to have to use optical media, but it seems to be the only thing that's like easy. But it's so much slower. So we're going to take the lazy way out and just frickin' burn a DVD. And I know there's probably some people out there like, no, you idiot, that's not how you do it, blah, blah, blah. And you're yelling at the screen, but there's nothing you can change. It's just like, you know, when your relatives watch football and they yell at the screen, but you have no idea what gets them so upset? Well, it's because the ref made a bad call or someone made a bad play. Now you know what it's like. This is the exact same feeling, and we can't listen to you. We can't do anything about it because you're watching at home, and this isn't an interactive video. So what we're going to do is put this in the computer, but we can't because Apple removed all the optical drives. So we're going to plug in an optical drive with this in it. So this is going to be way slower than the original method, but it's going to be way easier. So we're just kind of taking that shortcut. Yes, burn disk image to disk. Fantastic. So let's do maximum possible. All right, opening session. Here we go. Want to watch the whole thing? All right, so the writing process is approaching halfway, and then it's going to go into verification, and then we could finally get on with this project. We're trying to fix a Windows system, and so far we've spent more time in the Mac OS. Ooh, that's not a good sign. And done. All right, so now that we got that done, I probably should have just let it mount because it's going to have to go right back in. Let's now go to the boot picker. All right, well, the disk did show up. We have Windows and EFI boot, and, oh, a bunch of networks that I have not seen before. That's different. Okay. Gotta clean this screen again. My goodness. Press any key. That's easy.
Okay, that's good that that showed up.
We got a Windows logo for a little bit here. We're just waiting for something else to show up. Maybe around this general vicinity. Yeah. Any minute now. Just next? Good? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Repair?
everything.
Do we go to repair?
Repair.
All right. Let's see what's up.
Haha, an advanced boot options menu.
Yes, this is what I've been wanting this whole friggin' time. Troubleshoot?
Troubleshoot.
All right. So we do have restore, recovery, repair, command prompt, previous version. Because I still have a .old folder, yeah?
Yes. So there's no promises that this is going to work, but start there.
Yeah. Okay, so it says, go back to the previous version. If you're running into problems with the current version, you could say that. Going back to the previous version might fix them. This won't affect your personal files, but you'll lose any changes you made to apps and settings since your most recent update, which was literally nothing. It just stopped working all of a sudden.
So, go back to the previous version.
Go back. All right, well, I've never actually had to use... We couldn't find a previous version. Yeah, no restore points can be found on the system, blah, blah, blah. To create a restore
that's usually
point.
something you have to be booted into Windows in order for it to work.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go to troubleshoot. So now, startup repair?
Usually that's before the login screen, but I would still try that.
All right, well, let's see. Target operating system. Diagnosing your PC. That's more progress than we've made like this whole time, but... All right, let's see. Startup repair couldn't repair your PC. Can anything do anything? Come on. All right.
Usually these tools are kind of hit or miss, and they usually miss.
They really are. Let's try advanced options. Okay, brings me back to the same menu. So far, none of these have done jack shit. All right, so we have, all right, cross that off, cross that off, cross that off. Your final two categories are command prompt or system image recovery. You have 10 seconds.
Well, you have no system image recovery, so command prompt.
What the f*** are we going to do in the command prompt?
Type echo hello.
Why?
No, echo hello.
That doesn't sound useful, Brent.
Well, if you just try it.
I did. I know what it does.
Okay. Now type SFC space / scan now.
Scan now, one word.
Yes.
Oh, beginning system scan.
There you go.
All right.
So this is going to do an SFC scan now.
Okay, so this said Windows Resource Protection did not find any integrity violations. What next, Brainiac Brent?
So next we're going to run a check disk command, but before that I need to see what your Windows directory might be as far as drive letter is concerned.
I know how to figure that. I know how to figure that out in a NIC system, but I really don't know how to do that in a Windows system.
C might be it.
C. Hang on, wait. C. This is it. This is it. It's still on C. Yep. Yep, right there, Ken.
Okay, so here's what I want you to type now.
Okay. Okay, so stage 1, examining basic file system structure. Stage 2, examining file name linkage. Progress. Okay, so this is probably the good time to grab a cup of coffee, have a smoke, have a cup of smoke, smoke a coffee, smoking a pancake, criping a pipe, cigar and a waffle. Stage 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's see what it found here. Windows has scanned the file system and found no problems. No further action is required. Is there a way we can get the internal startup disk to like boot into safe mode without button mashing F8? Because we can't seem to get into that menu. Is there a way?
That's literally the only way you can do it.
Really?
Yeah, because that option is underneath F8.
Because honestly, I think if we could just get into safe mode, we could nip whatever's doing this in the bud. Another spinny thing, and I bet it's going to say restarting. There it goes. I wonder if there's a way to interrupt that somehow. Okay, we are back at this lovely screen. English is good. Go to repair.
Yep.
All right. We're going to try something a little different.
You're going to want to type in BCD edit as one word.
All right. The operation completed successfully.
Sweet. Exit.
Okay.
It should just boot into safe mode.
All right, let's hope it does that. Please.
There is also a way to force automatic repair, and then that will eventually get us to the advanced boot options menu if you forcefully turn off your PC too many times while Windows is trying to boot.
I was wondering about that, and it just restarted again. It must not have worked because it just brought me to that restarting screen.
Boot Windows normally, but before it gets a chance to finish booting, cut the power.
Sweet. I love cutting power. Just keep doing this a few times?
A few times.
Oh, preparing automatic repair!
There we go.
All right.
I was going to say, it usually takes 2 failures, but it might take 3.
Okay.
And then on the 3rd or 4th boot, it'll do that.
Pap. All right, we got reset and advanced. Probably advanced.
So this is basically going to look exactly like what we saw on the CD, but here's the thing. This menu is actually being pulled off of your internal disk, which is what we want.
I hit startup settings, and it's going to do safe mode and all that shit. Enable safe mode, that will be function 4, so F4. I didn't want to forget what happened to my lovely finger here. So what was I doing? I was using a refrigerator. Yeah, that was it. I got a cut from a refrigerator. Kind of stupid, but also at the same time very anticlimactic. Alright, so it's still caught in a boot loop even after a safe mode attempt. Now, I walked away for like a minute, so I don't know if I missed something.
No, it just restarted twice.
Alright, so just force it off again. We're open to suggestions, though, ladies and germs. If this has happened to you, if you found a way to fix this, please do let us know. Just for future reference.
Especially in the tech industry, if there's one thing I've learned, everyone is going to be smarter than you. Well, okay, I should not say everyone, but there are going to be people who are smarter than you.
Well, I always say, like, nobody's smarter than anyone else, but just all the permutations of experiences that are out there, like, you can't experience them all. You're going to have someone that's experienced something different and found a quicker or easier way to troubleshoot something that you're not aware of, but then also vice versa.
Go.
Yeah. All right, well, it's going back to preparing automatic repair, so that's a good sign.
There we go. First one I would try is go back to the previous version.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking first. Let's see what that does. checking or getting ready. Couldn't find. Okay, so let's scratch that off.
At this point, it doesn't really sound like it has anything to do with booting or the file system. It just sounds like there is something stuck with some applications, and that's true whether we boot normally or into safe mode. So no matter how hard we try, that application is always going to exist. So I would just say, yeah, go for a reset.
Go for a reset. So what we're going to do is, okay, so it gives you the two options. Keep the files, but it removes apps and settings, or just remove everything. So we could probably try the remove apps and settings, but keep my files option.
Yes, that's going to be the simplest thing for you. That's my equivalent of a system refresh, as they call it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it says getting things ready. Resetting will remove all apps and programs that didn't come with this PC, change settings back to their defaults, and reinstall Windows without removing your personal files. Make sure your PC is plugged in. I should probably do that because I have no power running to this thing right now except for the battery. So I'm going to say reset. I'm just going to see what it does. Okay, it's going. We had like half a battery earlier, though, so I don't know if I really need to get power right now. This computer is like 4 years old. Actually, just had its like 4th birthday like 2 weeks ago. And the battery still...
happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Mac. 4 years. And, you know, it's the battery still lasts for hours. Like, I rarely have to plug it in when I'm on the go. Okay, so with me charging the iPad and the computer at the same time, plus running all the stuff for this studio, I'm really running out of outlets here. I don't have like a 20 amp circuit to pull from. This place could just blow up at any moment. Well, it seems to be coming along pretty good so far. And if it doesn't work, I got a little present for you. This BB gun, modeled after a 1911. Pretty nice. It actually feels really good. Yeah, that'll be your present. If you don't work. Installing Windows, 0%. Don't turn off your PC. This will take a while. Okay, well, that actually didn't take long at all. That was like 4 minutes. Good job. All right, and it looks like it actually kept my wallpaper on the thing, and it kept my name in my picture. That's good. All right.
That's tied to your Microsoft account.
I was going to say that's tied to the magical cloud. Hi, how you doing? Yeah. Well, we've got some updates for your PC.
Your computer's so fast, it's probably going to be done before it actually finishes its or got new stuff to get excited about. So, like, as soon as the screen turns fully blue, it's just going to go right to black again and say, let's start.
All right, so we're already back at the desktop, and yes, my files are in place. Here's my demo materials, and here is the list of removed apps. Let's have a look. Let's just shut it down and make sure it actually boots up. And then we'll also test if it will work in my virtualization software.
That's the one I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that because the fact that stopped working makes no sense. So I wonder if there was a connection. Because, like, I've had issues...
There's gotta be.
I don't know what else it would be. Like, I've had issues before where, like, certain peripherals stop working when I do something in a virtual machine, but then I boot straight up. Like, the Bluetooth then will take forever to reconnect, blah, blah, blah. It's weird. This should be the Fall Creators Update then, yeah? Oh, yeah, there's the people icon. Yeah, down there.
There you go.
Your people. Okay. Let's have some fun. Go back to the Mac and try out Parallels Desktop and see... if we can get back to the origin of this problem, see if it can connect with the bootcamp partition. Okay, so I installed Parallels Desktop 13 just for shits and giggles. I should be able to get this to work with the old version by disabling SIP, but for now I'm not going to do that. Let's just see. The first thing that came up was use Windows from bootcamp. So let's say use bootcamp. All right, creating. So far so good. My bootcamp. All right, and it put an alias on my desktop. My trial has ended. You! Oh. What? Let me guess, it removed my old version of Parallels Desktop now, because it's a bitch. Yeah, okay, well this will be fun. Fun for the whole family. Alright, so I downgraded back to version 11. And it says my boot camp, but I'm not sure if that's going to work, because that was created with version 13, but we are going to try it anyway, with low hopes. Okay, so the boot camp partition used by hard disk 1 is missing. Fabulous. So this probably will not work. Let's, all right, so we do not have a bootcamp option here. So what they recommended earlier was a way to disable system integrity protection temporarily to do the boot camp setup. So that is what we're going to try next. Righto, so we are now in recovery mode. Hopes are low, but you know, let's try it anyway. So we're in recovery mode. All right, so CSR util disable. Successfully disabled system integrity protection. Fab. Let's reboot this shit. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is bad. Well, anyway, that was just a curiosity check. The main issue was Windows wasn't booting straight up. We got that working now. So really, all I have to do is get the boot camp drivers back on there, reinstall Steam, reinstall OBS, and that's it. But we got it fixed. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you, Brainiac Brent. I'm calling this a win, guys. So catch the crazy and pass it on. We'll see you next time.